السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Okay, alhamdulillah wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa amma ba'd. Let's start. So we are going through the book Sharh Nawaqidul Islam, the explanation of nullifiers of Islam. So explanation meaning, yes, I'm preparing the explanation by seeking help from already explanation done by Sheikh Saleh Fawzan and other people as well. As for the book itself, Nawaqidul Islam, is compiled by Sheikh Islam Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab. So we have taken two of the Nawaqids. Let's go to the Naqiz al-Thalith, the third nullifier. It is on the screen. It says, "Man lam yukaffir al-mushrikeen aw shakka fi kufrihim aw sahha madhhabahum kafar."
Yes, we can see now.
Okay, so this is the third one. An-Naqiz al-Thalith, the third nullifier. من لم يكفر المشركين أو شك في كفرهم أو صح مذهب كفر. Sheikh Islam Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab is saying, من لم يكفر المشركين, the one who does not consider the mushrikeen as kafir. من لم يكفر المشركين, the one who does not declare the mushrikeen kafir. One thing. أو شك في كفرهم. The second thing is, he says that, look, I'm doubtful whether they are kafir or not. I'm not sure. أو صحح مذهبهم, or justifies their madhab, or justifies their religion, or justifies a part of the religion which is obviously kufr, or which is obviously heresy. So he mentioned three things. He said the one who does not declare the mushrikeen as kafir, or doubts in the kufr, or justifies their madhab, the religion in general. Kafara, he himself is a kafir. He himself will leave the fold of Islam. So what is the message of this Naqid is that those people who are regarded kuffar by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or those people who are regarded kuffar by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in authentic hadith, they have been clearly declared as kuffar. We need to believe them we need to declare them kuffar as well. We need to label those people kuffar who have been declared such by Allah and His Messenger. If someone does not regard them kuffar, or says, I have doubt whether they are kuffar or not, or justifies their religion and their aqidah in general, kafara, meaning he also has disbelieved. He also has disbelieved and fallen out of the realm of Islam. Okay, so example, we find that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has declared the Yahud and declared the Nasara and declared the people of Shirk as disbelieving people in the Quran. لَقَدْ كَفْرَ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الْمَسِيحُ ابْنُ مَرْيَمَ. Those have disbelieved who claim that إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ الْمَسِيحُ, that Allah is the Masih ibn Maryam. Masih ibn Maryam is the God. أو لَقَدْ كَفْرَ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ ثَالِثُ ثَلَاثَةٍ. Those people have committed kufr, who says Allah is one of three gods, and so on and so forth. And regarding the Yahud, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَقَالَتِ الْيَهُودُ Uzair ibn Allah. And Yahud have said that Uzair is Allah's son. وَقَالَتِ الْيَهُودُ يَدُ اللَّهِ مَغْلُولَةً. And some of the Yahud have said that Allah's hand is maghlula, meaning is tighter. Allah knows billah. They say Allah is not generous or so. So these type of people have regarded or declared kuffar in the Quran and authentic Sunnah. For example, another verse from the Quran is لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين. لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has regarded those people of book who believe in shirk, or believe Isa alayhi salam as a son of God, or one of three, or even those people who don't believe in the last prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger have regarded them kuffar. And the last prophet has been mentioned in the Torah has been mentioned in the Injil, in the New Testament, and the signs of the last prophet is given. And if someone is not believing the last prophet, then obviously Allah and His Messenger have regarded them kuffar. This is authentic hadith in Sahih Muslim, in which Prophet ﷺ said, "By the one in whose hand my soul is, if anyone comes to know about me, if anyone comes to know about me, be Yahudi or Nasrani or Mushrik or whoever, and if they don't believe in me, they have disbelieved. They have disbelieved in Allah, they have believed in Islam." Okay, so Mallam yukaffir. So those people who are regarded kuffar by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and by Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we also need to consider them kuffar. And if someone doesn't consider them kuffar, aw shakka fi kufrihim, or shows doubt, he says, I'm not sure whether they are kuffar or not, or justifies their religion, then he himself has fallen out of the realm of Islam. He himself has committed disbelief. Okay, be careful. There are some people who say, Nauzubillah, that look, all these three religions are Asamawiya, for example, meaning meaning Samawiya means these are religions given to the people by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Judaism and the Christianity and Islam. And they say they believe in meaning they also believe in the book Torah. These people believe in Injil, and Muslims believe in Quran. And Nauzubillah, you find some people say that it's fine, all of them are okay, all these three religions are fine, and one can, meaning one has to try to bring the followers of this religion close to, I mean, living together in peace of harmony is something different, but trying to say that we need to bring this religion close to each other and merge them into one, or so on and so forth, that is a heresy. And once Prophet ﷺ has been sent as a last prophet, if someone does not believe in the last prophet, he hasn't believed in any of them. He hasn't believed in any of them. We have mentioned this principle, that anyone rejects one prophet as if he has rejected the whole chain of the prophets. So that's what it means. The third nullifier is that we need to regard we need to label the kuffar as kuffar. Clearly, we don't need to have even doubt in the kufr. And if someone does not regard them kuffar, or shows doubt in their kufr, or justifies their madhab, their aqidah, and their religion, and he says, subhanallah, once I was in a meeting or so with people of different faith, and so, and one of them saying the faith is not problem, the problem is being faithless. That's also a Muslim, may Allah forgive him, he might have misunderstood also. That's also wrong. That's also absolutely wrong. Meaning what he was saying, that being people upon a faith is no issue for us. People who are faithless, like atheists and those, they are the problem. Yes, they are the problem, as well as if a person is not adopting the correct faith, that's also a problem. Not every faith is justified, or not every faith is true. There are many people you find believing in animals as God also. That's also faith. So not every faith is justified also. Yes, one has to have a faith, but meaning that his faith needs to be true, and his faith needs to be proved by the evidence also. Okay, so that's what the third nullifier is. We need to be absolutely clear. And anyone who, and remember the kufr that we are talking about, meaning those people who are clearly kuffar. The kufr that we are talking here is al-kufr al-jali, meaning obvious kufr, a kufr that is apparent, and the dalil from the Quran and Sunnah is established. For example, someone declares that drink alcohol is halal. Someone declares that adultery is halal. and mean these things are known for everyone who is related to Islam, meaning every Muslim knows that these things are clear and clearly haram and forbidden. So what we are saying is that if someone is apparently and clearly upon disbelief, and there is no doubt upon him being a disbeliever, so we need to regard him as a disbeliever, and we need to not have any doubt regarding his disbelief, and we are not allowed to justify his disbelief also, meaning something that is clear and clearly kufr. We are not talking about something that is ambiguous or so, something that is apparently and clearly kufr and agreed among the Muslims that this thing is a kufr. If someone has fallen into them, we need to regard him as a kafir. And anyone who does not consider the kuffar and mushrikeen as a kuffar, or has doubt in their kufr, or justifies their aqidah and madhab and the religion as a whole, means some part of the religion may be fine. What we are saying, that you justify the religion as a whole, or justify part of the religion, that is disbelief, that is clearly in contradiction to the aqidah of Islam, then obviously he himself has fallen into the kufr. And be careful, especially with Yahud and Nasara. There are many people who try to be nice with them, and they say it's fine. All these religions have their root in the Wahy, and they are based upon revelation also, and nothing wrong. Meaning, yes, living together in a harmony and a mutual, what we say, yes, in a mutual harmony also. That's different issue. But justifying the religion and saying yes, that's also true, because it is based upon revelation. The revelation, it means that you are not declaring them kuffar, those people who have been declared kuffar in the Quran and Sunnah. Anyone who does not believe in the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and doesn't follow him, he's a disbeliever. There are some people who say, okay, we believe he's prophet, but he was prophet to the Arabian people. He was prophet for that time or period. That's also clearly kufr, because there are a number of verses that say that he was sent kafatan linnas, as a prophet for all human beings. All human beings. So anyone who has fallen into the clear kufr, and he himself, for example, says, I'm not a Muslim. If you ask a Jew, he say, I'm Jew, I'm not a Muslim. And if you ask a Hindu, for example, he says, I'm a Hindu, I'm not a Muslim. So someone who is clear upon the kufr and not upon the religion of Islam, then we need to regard him as a kuffar and not to have doubt in the kufr. Neither one should try to know, this is even more serious, justifying their religion as a whole is kufr. Okay, and scholars have mentioned consensus on this point. Many scholars, Qadi Ayaz, Shaykh Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, and many other scholars have mentioned that this is something agreed upon. Okay, let's move to some other issues related. Okay, be careful what about an individual? Meaning we can say that yes, people upon this religion are kuffar, people upon Hindusia are kuffar, people upon any religion other than Islam are disbelieving. What about the individual? If individual is relating himself to the religion, then obviously we say yes, he is also kafir. If someone is saying that he's not a Muslim, he's not let's say he's saying he's Hindu, for example, a Buddhist, for example, then obviously we need to declare the individual as kafir as well. There's no problem, because the person himself is relating him to a religion other than the Islam. But be careful, pay attention. Can we say that he is in the hellfire? We can't say. We will say that he is upon kufr, and we can say if he dies upon the religion other than Islam, then yes, he will abide in the hellfire. But to make a statement, general statement, that is from the hellfire is not appropriate, even though we say that he's kafir. Why? Because the end is not known. Now he is upon disbelief. Who knows that before his death he may embrace Islam and accept the truth? We don't know what his end is written, or how his end is going to be. So this is very delicate difference, meaning we declare an individual following a religion other than Islam as a disbeliever, but can we say that he's from the people of hellfire? Yes, we can say that if he dies upon the wrong religion, upon disbelief, he is. But we cannot say as a general, without any restriction, we cannot say that he is from the people of hell. Why? Because we don't know his end. Today he's upon kufr. After a few years or before dying, he may recognize the truth and accept Islam. Okay, let's move to other issues related with this point. Sheikh Salih Al-Fawzan, Hafizullah, he says it is very important to declare kuffar, consider them as kuffar. Why? Because there are many rulings related, How we treat kuffar, how we treat believing people are different. So there are rulings related with the people of kufr. So if you don't declare the kuffar as a kuffar, and it means that you're not applying those rules that are meaning those you're not applying those rules that are limited, or meaning those rules that are applicable for the people of kufr. For example, is that clear that what I'm trying to say? Meaning why it is important to know who are kuffar and declare them kuffar, because it is a matter of aqidah, and we need to, anyone who has been declared kafir by Allah and His Messenger, we also need to declare him kafir. And plus there are many rulings in this issue. For example, yes, you need to associate yourself from the kuffar, meaning you need to show bara from the kufr and the people of kuffar. Okay, we'll talk about what bara means. Disassociating means you're not friendly, you're not sharing the secrets, and you're not sharing the love that need to be shared among the believers also. Another ruling that related with the kuffar is that meaning if a kafir and mushrik dies, then obviously a Muslim should not take charge of his burial and the funeral. Being taking charge means yes, he is leading, he is taking care. No, you shouldn't. A person who has died upon kufr and shirk, then obviously innal muslima la yatawalla janazatahu. A Muslim should not be in charge of his funeral, taking lead. So there are many issues related with this concept. There are many ahkam related with this concept. Another ruling, for example, that yes, we need to know who are the kuffar and declare them as such, because there's another ruling. It says that a Muslim does not inherit from the kuffar and vice versa. لا يرث المسلم لا يرث الكافر والكافر لا يرث المسلم. So if you don't declare a kafir as a kafir, then obviously it means you're not applying this rule as well. And one of the ruling that is specifically connected with the people of kufr is that لا يجوز أن يزوج الكافر من مسلمة, meaning a kafir is not allowed to marry a Muslim woman. So you need to know who those kuffar are, and you need to declare them as a kafir. So one is not not giving the hands of the daughters or sisters or meaning ladies of the family members, not giving the hand to a person who is upon kufr. And another ruling Sheikh Saleh Fawzan has mentioned in this regard is ومن الأحكام على تكفير الكفار وبراءة منهم وجوب الهجرة على المسلم من بلادهم, meaning if it is possible, then you do hijrah from the place where the kuffars are living, or they are dominant and you're not being able to practice your religion. And why knowing kuffar as kuffar and declaring them such is important? Because there are some other rulings. For example, we're not allowed to initiate greetings and salam to them. Admu badat al-mushrikeen wal-kuffar bis-salam. You don't say give them the salam. You don't initiate. You don't greet them, give them the greeting of Islam. And if they say so, then say wa alaikum. But we are not told not to start, or not to initiate salam to them. And some other rulings are connected with them. For example, we've been told not to encourage the kufr, in a way that if you find a person belongs to those false religions also, is walking the path as you, then yes, don't meaning what I mean is that that force him to take the side one and you stay in the middle, because we are not supposed to encourage people who are upon kufr and upon disbelief. And again, one of the ruling is that these type of people are not allowed to enter into the Haram Makki. So yes, we need to know who are kuffar, and we need to declare them such, because otherwise how we are going to imply this particular ruling that they are not allowed to enter into the Haram Makki. And again, they are not allowed to settle down into the Jaziratul Arab, the Arabic Peninsula, as Prophet ﷺ said in a famous hadith. And Umar, when he became Khalifa, yes, he implemented the ruling of Prophet ﷺ. So this meaning this point, that knowing people of knowing people of kufr and declaring them such is important. Otherwise, how you are going to imply this ruling of Islam if you don't know who are those people of kufr, and if you are not declaring them as such? And another thing Sheikh Saleh Fawzan mentioned is very important, meaning why the knowledge of people of kufr is important. Why do we need to know who are the people of kufr, and why we need to declare them such? Because we are not allowed to praise the people who are enemies of Islam or enemies of Allah. For example, what praising means, meaning sana and madh. Sana and praising, and lavish, meaning lavishly praising them, because the kufr and shirk they are upon is something serious, is something absolutely serious. Even though, let's say, they have some good characteristics when it comes to dealing with people, also they are punctual, they are this and they are that, but all these are meaning all these good characteristics are of no benefit if a person is upon kufr and shirk, meaning his behavior, his conduct with respect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is no good. One first need to be to show good akhlaq towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, towards his creator, and then obviously to other human being and to other creatures of Allah, and to the resources to the natural resource, and so on and so forth. But the main important thing is that one need to show good akhlaq with respect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So be careful. Sometimes you find people praising unconditionally. They said these, meaning, yeah, they are very punctual, they are very good, they are very energetic, and they are very active. And they meaning when you employ them, they complete their work, meaning they are loyal to the employers, and so on and so forth. It's not good to praise them in a general way. You say, yeah, they are good in this particular aspect, they may be good. But the one who is upon Tawheed, the one who is upon Iman, even though he has got some other shortcomings, he's far better. Why? Because his akhlaq with respect to the one who has created him is good. But this not to say that yes, you be upon Iman and Tawheed for only, and show bad akhlaq towards other Muslim, towards other human being. We're not saying so. We are not saying so. We are saying, in comparison, this person is better than the previous ones. Otherwise, we are told to enter into the Islam in totality. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Udkhulu fi silmi kafa." And yes, and another thing, meaning another ruling dependent upon knowing the people of kufr and declaring them such, is we are not allowed to imitate them. Atashabbu bil kufar, we are not allowed to imitate them. Tahrimu tashabbu bihim. As the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever imitates a pupil, he is one of them. So all these rulings that I have mentioned, 10, 11, they are dependent upon knowing the people of kufr and declaring them as such. So this is something really important. Okay, let's move to the another nullifier, Arabi. The fourth nullifier, okay, before going to the fourth nullifier, because we have spoken about the people of kufr and people of shirk, and we said that we need to regard them as such, but be careful. And I mentioned some rulings related with the people of kufr, but at the same time, let's say what are we allowed? We said we shouldn't praise them, and we shouldn't show the loyalty and the close love, and not to. Yes, we mentioned these things. So what are we allowed? How our relationship should be with people of kufr, for example? What is allowed? Okay, so now we are talking about al-umur al-mubaha, meaning what our behavior should be, or what we are allowed to do when it comes to the people of disbelief, meaning how our attitude and behavior should be towards people of kufr. Pay attention. Okay, people of kufr are two types. One, those who are fighting the Muslims on account of the religion. Okay, so yes, yeah, our conduct towards them should be different. What I'm talking about, the general disbelieving people who are not in fight with you on account of religion. Okay, I mean people of kufr, and for example, Yahud and Nasara, who are not our mushrikeen, our idol worshipper, and so on and so forth. They are not in fight of Muslims, not in fight with you on account of the religion. Then how should we treat with them? Yes, we need to be good with them in the worldly aspects and worldly dealings. We are allowed to do business with them. We are allowed to sell, and we are allowed to buy from them, as Prophet ﷺ used to do with the people of book living in Medina or in the outskirts of the Medina. And we are allowed to take benefit from their experience, from their knowledge. For example, if some particular science is being taught in America or in Europe, which is not those type of studies not available in the Muslim countries or so, you are allowed to learn and take benefit from their experience and from their knowledge of this world. If it is not in contradiction, let's say, with the principles of Islam or in any way, then yes, you can take benefit from them, and you can hire them as well. Meaning, if a Muslim country hiring them to do a job, or hiring them to teach the Muslim children in the universities and madaris, that's also fine. And we are allowed to الناقد معهم المعاهدات إذا كان, meaning any peace treaty or any other treaty that is in the benefit of Islam and Muslims is fine. You can conduct this type of treaty with them. And if they are being good with you, like I mentioned earlier, that we are talking about those people of kufr who are not fighting the people of Islam on account of the religion, then yes, you can treat them in a just and a fair manner. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not forbid you to be good and righteous and fair with respect to, meaning to the disbelievers who are not fighting you on account of your religion, and not expelling you from your homes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not forbidding you to be good and treat them fairly. So these things are allowed. Okay, let's go to the fourth nullifier. الرابع من اعتقد. The fourth nullifier is anyone who believes that the hadiya غير النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, that the sunnah or the path of someone other than Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, أكمل من هديه, is more complete or more better or more superior than the path and guidance of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. Pay attention. من اعتقد, whoever believes, anna hadiya, that the hadi means the path and the sunnah, the way of other than غير Rasul, other than Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, akmalu min hadiyihi, is more complete and more superior than the sunnah and the path of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's one thing. أو أن حكم غيره, or anyone who believes that the rulings of rulings made by human being, rulings other than the ruling given by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ahsan min hukmi, are more superior or more better than the rulings of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. كالذي يفضل, like the one who give preference to the ruling of Tawaqid over the ruling of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's a disbeliever. Okay, so 2-3 things has been mentioned. Let's take the first one. I mean, there are two, three sentences are here, and Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Wahab has mentioned 2-3 things in altogether. Let's take the first one. Man i'taqada, anyone who believes that the hadith of other than Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is better, akmal, more complete, or better than the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he has disbelieved. He has disbelieved. So this is one of the nullifiers of Islam. Why? Yes, because the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the sunnah of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the path of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is more complete and more superior, because it is based upon the wahi that comes down from the heavens, from the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As for the path and culture of other than Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is based upon a personal knowledge that grows the knowledge that comes from this earth, for example. So how can how this the hadith and the path and the culture and the sunnah of other than the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam can be better than the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say in his khutbah, which is collected by Muslim and other muhaddisin as well, he would say, وَخَيْرُ الْهَدْيِ هَدْيُ مُحَمَّدٍ صلى الله عليه وسلم. So that is basic principle of our religion, that the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is better than the hadith of anyone else. So if someone believes that someone's hadith means a ideology or methodology or path or sunnah is better than the hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then obviously he has disbelieved and he has fallen into the kufr. And our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam path with respect to the akhlaq is the best. As Allah said, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. And his dealing with people and his akhlaq with people and his muamalat with people was the best one. And we see when a Bedouin came and started urinating in one corner of the mosque, everyone was upset and was about to stop him. But Prophet ﷺ said, look, he started, let him complete. And then Prophet ﷺ even didn't ask the person to pour water. He asked other companions to bring a bucket of water and pour over the place. So the Prophet ﷺ akhlaq and the Prophet ﷺ, the code of conduct both by the Prophet ﷺ is the complete one, and the akhlaq and the aqidah the Prophet ﷺ has given to us is the best creed, the best creed compared to the creed of the people of other religion, so on and so forth. So the hadith of Prophet ﷺ is absolutely far better. There's no comparison. There's no comparison between the Sara and Thuraya. Thuraya is the star. The hadith of Prophet ﷺ was revealed from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it is like the star. And the hadith of other people has grown from this earth. So it is the Sara, it is the clay. So can you compare the Thuraya with the Sara? No, you cannot. One is the star in the heights in the heavens, and one is on this planet. Yes. So that is the first thing. And then he said, أو أن حكم غيره أحسن من حكمه. Anyone who believes that the hukm of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sorry, hukm غيره, hukm of other than Prophet, mean the rulings and the constitutions man-made. Obviously, they are the ones other than the hukm of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If someone believes that they are better than the hukm and the sharia of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like those who give preference to the hukm of Taghut over the hukm of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then fahuwa kafir, then he is also kafir. So this is the another issue. Let's come to the anna hukma ghairi. So if someone believes that the rulings or constitutions made by people, which is in contradiction of the rulings and constitution given by the Prophet Sharia, let's use the word hukm and the Sharia given by Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If someone believes that the constitution made by human being, which is in contradiction to the hukm and Sharia of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is better, he has disbelieved. He has disbelieved. Why so? Because the hukm the Prophet ﷺ has given, the rulings that he has passed, the judgment that he has passed, the Sharia that he has given is coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna anzalna ilayka al-kitab bil-haq litahkuma bayna an-nasi bima araka Allah. Litahkuma bayna an-nasi bima araka Allah. So the hukm of the Prophet ﷺ is not from him. It is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. And we've been told to submit to the hukum, to the judgment passed by Allah and His Messenger. وَمَا كَانَ لِمُؤْمِنٍ وَلَا مُؤْمِنَةٍ إِذَا قَضَى اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ أَمْرًا أَن يَكُونَ لَهُمُ الْخِيَرَةُ مِنْ أَمْرِهِمْ. When something has been decided by Allah and His Messenger, then a believer has no choice except to adhere and submit to what Allah and His Messenger has passed. وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ حُكْمًا. And who is better than the أَفَحُكْمَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ يَبْغُونَ وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حُكْمًا لِقَوْمٍ. Meaning whose hukm and whose judgment and whose rulings can be better than the hukm and the judgment and the laws passed by Allah and His Messenger. So if someone believes that the, for example, Western constitutions are better or more suitable for this time than the hukm and the Sharia of the Prophet ﷺ, then he has rejected these verses, which says that the hukm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best one. Okay, here there is a little bit detail. So anyone who believes that the hukm of a makhluk is better than the hukm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the rulings and the laws of Allah of meaning man-made makhluk, man-made, better than the laws and rulings and the Sharia of Allah and His Messenger, then obviously he has committed kufr and he has fallen out of the realm of Islam. And pay attention that anyone who believes that the Sharia of Islam and the laws of Islam are outdated, na'uzubillah, or na'uzubillah, not suited for this time and this 21st century and so on and so forth, then he also has fallen into the kufr, because the hukm of kitab and sunnah is for the previous time and for this time, and it has to be meaning it must be implemented until the end of this world. And anyone who believes that the hukm sharia is meaning the sharia and the laws, sharia laws, and the punishment, hudud, the prescribed punishment, and na'uzubillah, are harsh and not suitable for people of this era and time, again he has fallen into the kufr, because nothing can be better than the hukm and the laws and the sharia and the hudud of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so what did we say? Anyone who says that the hukm of human being, man-made laws and constitution are better, he's kafir, number one. And if someone even believes that they are similar or compatible, even someone believes that the constitution and man-made law are compatible with the law and the hukm of Allah, he's also fallen into the kufr. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly said that there is no one better in rulings and laws than Allah, His Messenger. So not only if someone thinks that man-made laws is superior, kafir, someone thinks they are better and compatible, equal and compatible with the laws of Allah and His Messenger, he's also fallen into the kufr. And if someone believes that he has choice, annahu mukhayyarun, he has choice, this is the third type of people. Pay attention, these are a little bit complicated one. Now we are talking about hukum, implementing the rulings and constitution, man-made constitution. So we say number one, if someone believes that they are superior, fallen into the kufr. If someone believes they are even equal and compatible, equal, let's say, he has fallen into the kufr, because that is the rejection of those verses which says that the hukm of Allah is the superior and far better. And if someone believes, number 3, that he has got choice whether to accept the ruling laws of the Sharia, or take his case to the man-made constitution and man-made courts or so, and get a ruling from there. If a Muslim believes that he has got option either to take the rulings passed by Allah and His Messenger or by man-made, then again he is committing kufr. Why so? Because we've been told to accept the hukm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَحُكْمُ اللَّهِ مُلْزَمٌ أَنْ يَحْكُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded His Prophet to pass ruling and judgments according to, in the light of what Allah has revealed. And وَمَا كَانَ لِمُؤْمِنٍ وَلَا مُؤْمِنَةٍ. And when Allah and His Messenger have passed a hukm and ruling, we have no choice except to take that ruling. So if someone said, no, I have choice, either accept the law of Islam and Sharia, or the other laws which are in contradiction, man-made laws which are in contradiction with the law of Sharia, then he also has fallen into the kufr, because there is no choice. Okay, and inna hukm Allah haqqun walakin la yalzam. And if someone, yes, again connected to this one, if someone says that Allah's hukm is true and is more superior, but we are not obliged to adhere to it, and we can take the matters to the man-made courts and so, and accept judgment from there, then again meaning if he believes that he is allowed, he has got option, then he is in problem and fall into the kufr. Okay, the last one, pay attention, that if someone believes that the hukm of Allah is the best and it is more superior, and we have no choice, meaning a Muslim must oblige or must take the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However, out of hawa, out of weakness, he believes that that's the Muslim, and a Muslim should adhere to the hukm of Allah, but out of lust and desires, he leaves that and he accepts the man-made laws in the particular issue aspect. Yes, he has committed kufr. He hasn't committed kufr, which is lesser one, and he hasn't committed the kufr that takes a person out of the realm of Islam. Is the last point is clear? Boys,
Yes, sir.
what was the last one? If someone believes that the hukm of Allah is better and superior and haq, and a Muslim must submit and adhere and accept, but out of the lust and desire and hawa, he does not take the accept, meaning does not act upon the law of Sharia, rather he takes meaning act upon the man-made laws also, is he a kafir? Meaning he believes that what he's doing is haram, and he believes that he has done something wrong, and he believes that a Muslim should adhere and accept the Sharia. So he's not a major kafir, he's not a kafir, let's say. What he has done, he has committed a serious sins, and it may be disbelief, but not the serious disbelief that take a person out of the realm of Islam. Kufrun duna kufr. So I mentioned 4 different scenarios. The first 3 are fall into the kufr, not the 4th one. What is the 4th one? A person, he believes that Allah's hukm and Sharia is the superior and better, and a Muslim should adhere and accept, but out of the weakness of iman, or out of the lust and desire, because he thinks that the ruling judgment comes from the man-made laws and courts or so, will be easier for him, even though he thinks that what he's doing is haram and wrong, but still he takes the one, meaning he takes his matter to this man-made courts in order to get judgment from them. He's committed a major sin, but he's not a kafir that takes a person out of the realm of Islam. Okay, people have become a little bit neglectful in this aspect. See how many Muslim countries are, and are they implementing the hukm of Allah in totality? Okay, the vast majority of the Muslim countries are not. And last thing before I conclude, when I say hukm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala need to be implemented, I don't mean only in matters of dispute. Yes, in matters of dispute, the hukm of Allah should be implemented. In matters of punishment and hudud, hukm of Allah. But more importantly, hukm of Allah in matters of aqidah, hukm of Allah in matters of akhlaq, hukm of Allah in matters of ibadah. Pay attention, those people who talk about the Islamic government and the hukm of Allah, like the brothers of Ikhwani type of brothers or people belongs to Jamaat Islami and so on and so forth. What the focus is, yes, the hukm of Sharia with respect to the disputes, with respect to the dispute in the financial issues, and when two people have disputed, mean the things that goes to the court, they say, yes, we need to implement the hukm of Allah, but they neglect the hukm of Allah with respect to the aqidah, which is more important. Meaning you try to say that two Muslims who are fighting with respect to a goat, let's say, a goat, an animal. Someone is saying it's mine and someone is saying, you said, look, we need to go to the Islamic court and we need to get the Islamic judgment in this issue. But at the same time, they don't pay any attention to the hukm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with respect to the matters of aqidah, with respect to the matters of ibadah, with respect to the matters of akhlaq and so on and so forth, and muamalat. So the hukm of Allah is not only limited to the laws of Sharia with respect to judging between two disputant individuals. So, okay, boys, any question?
نعم Sheikh, I have a question.
Yes, why is that?
So what's the ruling on some Muslim nowadays who buy a Christmas tree? What's the ruling? Because we have some football players who do that.
Someone buying Christmas tree.
Yeah, like a Muslim. Like we have some Muslim football players who do that nowadays.
Okay, anyway, tashabbu bil kuffar, meaning don't imitate the kuffar in matters of religion. So I think what they are doing as a part of ritual also. It's not a worldly issue. As a part of the religion or something, the rituals. So one should avoid greeting, celebrating, and having this type of dinners, or you're inviting your Christian friends also. All these things are forbidden because these are ritual things. It's not a worldly thing. So we're not supposed to imitate them.
Jazakallah khair. And Sheikh, do you know when a person is to say like a Christian has got like better manners than the Muslims?
Okay,
like,
don't give a general statement. Say they are good in this worldly things or so, but in general, Muslim, because of Iman and Tawheed, is far better than them. Why? Because these good characteristics that they have, punctuality and consideration of other, and those is not going to benefit them, or not going to, meaning because of those they are not going to get the salvation if they're not upon the correct aqidah. And so a Muslim who has got Iman and Tawheed and Sunnah, let's say even though he's harsh, let's say even though he's lies, let's say even though he's not honest, but still he's far better, because these sins can be forgiven straight away or after getting punishment. So don't make a general statement saying that they are better. You can say they are better in this worldly, in this aspect. But again, Islam tells us to be better. Islam already encourages us upon punctuality, being neat and clean, and being considerate. All these characteristics are before the meaning, before this Western culture. So also it's already there, and we've been told to adopt them. Okay, any other question on the chat? And why the number has dropped today? Yes, Sheikh Azam, Isa Azam, or Isa Bhatt.
I'm not sure. Maybe you need to send out more reminders to remind people of the lesson.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Me more
Before the
reminders.
lesson. Oh yeah, but like the lesson is happening today.
Okay, before
People
the lesson
forget.
I did send, and the students as well, the regular students and the loyal disciples, they also shoulder the responsibility, put in your status and yes, spread the message. So everyone is participating.
Inshallah.
Okay, Jazakumullah khairan. So see you tomorrow, and we will complete the hadith number 3, and we'll take the hadith number 4. Hadith number 4 is very interesting hadith as well, where Prophet ﷺ talks about the creation of a human fetus in the womb of his mother.